What's up, guys? So today we're going to be looking at a $20 first aid kit that came from wish.com. It was $10 shipping, so actually it was $30. It took about a little over a month to get here. But I thought, what the heck, I might as well give it a shot. It's a little bit easier than going down to the dollar store and getting all the different bandages and stuff. Probably end up being around the same cost, but this was a lot more convenient. It had a lot more variety. To be honest, it's pretty good. All the stuff that you get in here, I was pleasantly surprised that a lot of this was decent quality stuff, and some of it I'll probably throw away and never end up using, but we'll talk about that here in a little bit more detail. But yeah, honestly, let's get right to it.
Alright, so I went ahead and switched to the voiceover so you could hear me a little better. First thing was just to open it here. As you can see, pretty well wrapped. Coming out of there. Nice little weighty bag. Excited to get inside of it. As you might notice, we got basically 3 compartments. But first off, I pulled out the tweezers here. These are pretty junky. Might as well throw them in the trash. I'll set them aside for now. Got some latex gloves. We'll come back to those here in a little bit. This, I had to research what it was. It's basically a CPR face shield or barrier. So you put it over someone's face, put it into their mouth, and then when you breathe in, you basically avoid them getting germs on you or puking on you, which is apparently pretty common, so that's kind of nice to have. Now this one is a tourniquet that you use a buckle for. I don't know how to use it. I didn't look into it. Talk about that more at the end of the video a little bit, but I'm just going to set that one aside for now too. Nice to have a little pair of scissors. They're pretty flimsy. Kind of try them with a little piece of paper, which they cut through pretty well. We'll try those out again here in a second as well. We got some thick medical tape, which is nice. A bunch of safety pins. This little cap. Yeah, I thought it went on the tweezers. Just a little spoiler alert, it does not. So a lot of this is pretty self-explanatory. We got some bandages here. Get that paper out of the way. This one I was not expecting. Basically, it's a window breaker. You kind of keep it in your car. The other end there can be used to cut your seatbelt if necessary, and honestly it's got a pretty decent weight to it. I could see it actually working pretty well, so that might be something to leave in your glove box or something like that. Got a couple more bandages. Nice little Mylar emergency blanket. These are always nice to have. I always keep some in like my day packs when I'm hiking or in my backpack. And then we got some triangle bandages, which can be really nice if you need to put a sling around your arm or something like that. Instant ice pack uses chemicals when you activate it to kind of simulate an ice feeling. Those work pretty well. And here's where that cap goes to. So we got a mercury thermometer here. It does work, which is nice. A little bit hard to read, but that's all right. So I don't really know what you'd use these for. Maybe somebody could let me know in the comments. I would imagine maybe if you're stranded by the side of the road or something, it'd be nice to put those up maybe on your car. They're reflective. So that could be possibly useful. I could see it. So I figured I'd open up one of these Band-Aids here and check out the quality a little bit. As you can see, they're pretty tough, they're pretty adhesive, which is nice. Definitely not as high quality as something like a Band-Aid brand or something like that, but they work pretty well. So these could be nice if somebody's allergic to alcohol or something like that. At least you have that option. Gauze sponges are basically just really thick strips. Really just trying to test out how strong they are. Couldn't really tear them when you're stretching them that way, so that's really nice. There's all these different types of bandages, or adhesive bandages I should say. I wasn't sure what these were, but they go on your fingertip. I've never used them that way, but after I researched it a little bit, it makes sense. I could see that being pretty useful. For now, I'm just trying to test out how actually adhesive they are. For some reason, I feel like cheap Band-Aids don't stick very well. But as you can see, they did pretty well. So this one's like a big Band-Aid, but it has a thicker gauze section, which is really nice. Same thing here. That's if there's a lot of bleeding. Now these are kind of like the fingertip bandages, but they actually go in your knuckles after a little bit of research. I wish I'd have known this growing up because I had no idea that's what these were for. But again, just trying to test out how sticky they actually are. Not bad. I guess if you put them on an area with a lot of hair on it, they'll come off a little bit easier, but now you might be wondering, does every first aid kit need a rain poncho? And obviously the answer is yes, because otherwise this wouldn't have come with it. Nice to have. Got some extra medical tape here. This stuff, it works pretty well. It's easy to tear, but since it comes with scissors, we got to try that out. Doesn't work that well. Gets the job done, but I'd rather just use my hands at that point. So let's go ahead and try out these latex gloves a little bit. I don't know what I expected, but they are gloves. In retrospect, are they made of latex? Not 100% sure. Some kind of rubber. In case you wanted to look at the cooling patch instructions, there they are for you. I wanted to test out the gauze a little bit and just see kind of how thick it was, how durable. And again, I don't know what I expected. It's gauze, which is great. And then I forgot to mention there's some surgical masks, which comes in pretty handy these days.
And there you have it. That is the $20 plus $10 shipping Wish first aid kit. Yeah, like I said earlier, honestly, pretty good for what you get out of this. And I'm going to be storing it away. I mean, I don't know if I'll ever take something this big on like a camping trip or something like that, but a lot of it I'll store away here for use at the house. Some of it I might put in like a bug out bag or something like that. Never did count all of the pieces that were inside, so I don't know if it lives up to what it said. I think it was 187 piece survival kit. I think it was 187 piece first aid kit, something like that. For what you get for it, again, saves a lot of time going around and picking up these little pieces like the bandages, the knuckle bandages, fingertip bandages, all those little things that you wouldn't expect to find. I think was pretty reasonable. So I'd give it 8 out of 10 because I didn't expect too much, and if 10 is the best that you can find on Wish, I'd definitely give it an 8. If you need your own, you might as well go check it out. By the way, if you like this video, I'm going to be reviewing a bunch of different stuff from Wish and kind of comparing some cheaper stuff to some of the more expensive stuff, see what you can get the best bang for your buck. So if you want to check that out, be sure to like and subscribe, and keep your eye out for more. I'll see you in the next one.